tell me a little bit about those experiences living in these different countries. What are they like compared to what we see on TV?
Well, Nigeria was a wonderful place to grow up in. I had experiences that were beautiful. My kids, I always pray that my kids get to live this kind of experiences. I went to places, beaches, rode horses, lived in nature. And that was, what was beautiful about that country. It was very raw. And my experiences there were very real. The people I met there were great. We had lots of different nationalities over there. We were all expats. So there was Syrians were mixing with Lebanese, Italian, French, people from Holland, Germany. So there wasn't any boundaries. It was a culture, a mixture of culture where we all got to know a lot about each other. And it was very enriching. Lagos was a very enriching place for me to grow up in. I feel blessed that I was there.
What brought your parents there?
My grandfather actually moved to work in Lagos, and then eventually he had his children. They were back and forth between Lebanon and Lagos, but eventually my father moved to Lagos to work there, and then got married to my mom, and then they had us over there.
Yes.
Yes. And I really feel blessed that I had the opportunity to be. I mean, I wouldn't have maybe gone to Africa if this hadn't happened. And I really feel blessed that I had the opportunity to live in a country that is really amazing.
Yes, I was in Tanzania a couple of times, and it's just the nature there, the beauty. You have time to think and just be, and it's not all about your to-do list and getting things done in computers. Yes. So what about Lebanon?
Lebanon was beautiful. It was also an excellent experience. I went to college there.
How did that compare to Nigeria?
Very different.
Very different.
Yes.
How?
It was more college life. I mean, I was away from my family. In Lagos, we grew up in a very closed environment in the sense that it was all about family. There was a lot of love and support and everything, and it was a small community, and everybody knew everybody, and it was when I went to Lebanon, it's like I was left to the world there. I had to create myself. I had to know myself. Sometimes when you're away, obviously, from your family, your parents especially, I have a very good relationship with my mother, so when I was away from her, I had to figure things for myself. Figure things out for myself, rather than when I was in Lagos, I'd ask her, get her advice, and then, kind of do things with her guidance. But Lebanon was the place where I just discovered who I was, really, and where I really grew as a person there, because I was alone, I guess. And because the experience, Lebanon also was so diverse. There was people from all walks of life with all kinds of experiences, like some that went through the civil war, and some that were like me, that just came in. So we got to exchange a lot of different views also. It was very interesting. Lebanon also was a place where I felt I really grew, became more me, I guess.
What was that process for you?
It was...
Did you intentionally say, I need to grow, or did you...
No. I didn't intentionally say, think that. I just met people that I guess
stimulated you in different ways. Were
yes.
you exposed to more things?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And the thing is, I don't believe in coincidence. I know these people came in my life because I had to grow in that certain way. So there were a couple of very influential people in my life in Lebanon that stimulated me to think. And to actually get to know myself, to go, inside myself, inside of me, to know who I really am. So yeah, Lebanon was that kind of place for me. Besides, it was a lot of fun too.
Yes, but that's one of the best things about travel.
Yes, I mean, it's the place. It's the beaches there, and then you have the mountains where you can ski, and they're like 45 minutes away. So that's what made it fascinating. We could be skiing and then come down and walk on the beach, that same day. It was beautiful in that sense. And the people were very nice. And, it was close to home. I'd go to Syria every weekend. It's just a 2-3 hour drive. Used to be, actually. Yes, and you know, it was a very nice experience.